So hey guys, we are back with another episode of my fishing videos, and today we're doing something different because the last couple of times that I've been fishing I haven't caught anything. It was fun going out, but since I haven't caught anything and I have nothing to show you guys, but I wanted to make a fishing related video, and I am thinking of making a mold for plastic lure. So I got this random piece of wood that I had lying around. I think this is actually pine or something like that. So I'm just gonna cut the piece of wood out from here that I want, carve out the shape. And I think with this one I want to do some detailing too. Okay, here we are, pieces cut out. I'm gonna find a good reference photo or something like that I can draw on here. So many of them here, it's so hard to choose which type I would make. Okay, I'll just try to draw something here. Okay, so now I measured out the middle point. Also gonna just use this thing sometimes to erase some things that I don't need. I think this is pretty good here. 9mm and 1.2. Alright, so I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna use the carving method to make it or cut it out. I do have a jigsaw, so I might try to use that really carefully tomorrow. And hopefully I don't break anything here. Jigsaw isn't the best solution to do this, I think, but it would work probably. So I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, the next day I tried to cut this thing a little bit with the jigsaw already, but it's just way too dangerous. So I'm gonna try and cut some pieces off with the with the handsaw, and the rest I will do with the knife. Okay, so mostly cut it out already. Now I just need to get this part here done real carefully, because I'm afraid that it might break off if I go real crazy with it. So I think for this I will use the knife, because it's really hard to get here with the saw. So we'll have to try and go like take just small pieces off slowly and see how we go. Then I can mark down the thickness of the lure that I want, and I can start carving it out. If it doesn't break, I think it's gonna be a pretty nice one. Alright, I think that's good enough. Right shape. Made a small mistake here, but that's alright because this part is gonna be round anyway. I'm gonna carve it out on the edge here. So now I might just try and mark the width, the shape that I'm gonna have it. So I'm just gonna use the top side and see how we go, I guess. Let's start with the breaking sawing. Alright, so it's the next day already, and my camera died yesterday, so you didn't see probably a lot of it. But I basically carved it out into some kind of shape. It's not the best, but I think it should work, because if I'm gonna use this to make the mold, then later pour some gel stuff or something inside there, then it really doesn't matter if it's totally straight. I think it should be fine, because tail's gonna be wobbly anyway and stuff. So now what's left to do is to sand it down, make it nice and smooth, and then carve out some details. So let's get into it. So I've done the sanding mostly. It's looking pretty okay. A couple of spots still need some work, but it's alright. What I have to do now is I have to draw the lines where the face area is gonna be on the fish, and maybe some scales and stuff, and carve them out with the knife, and then drill the eye holes, and then do like some final sanding, I guess, and it should be pretty good already. Okay, so I think I'm done with this side. I think it turned out pretty alright. I'm not sure if you can see anything, but hopefully. So now we'll need to do the same on this side, and then drill the eye hole, and I do some scales also, but I'll see once I'm done with this side. I am not going to do the hard way of making the scales. I just went to the bathroom, got my sponge, whatever you call it, cut out a small piece. It has really nice texture. I will try to just glue this on here, and when I'm making the mold, then this is gonna be around the whole thing, and it will hopefully stay and make the scales. So now I just need to get some glue and ship it done. I have no idea how many days have passed already, but I am this far with my lure, or the mold, let's say mold. I did not film this, but I glued the mesh on top of this, and did a little bit of sanding to make it a little bit nicer, because it was filled too much with glue and stuff. And I also, when it wasn't totally dried, I kind of touched it, so it left my fingerprints in here. Like some parts were higher and some parts lower, so that would be in the final product also. So sanded it a little bit, so I think it's all right now. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so the bait, maybe I could have even gotten like 6mm eyes. 4 is quite small, but that's okay. That's fine. Okay, now I need to go and get some wire, make the place where I'm gonna pour the silicone to ready, and then mix the silicone and pour that in. Alrighty, there's the mold. I'll put some tape around it, and then we're pretty much good to go. First I need to find some tape though. Somehow, so that it doesn't fall off. It's good. Maybe it's even better to mix it in here. So first I'll put in part A. Let's see. I'm just gonna eyeball it, so, but I'm just weighing it to make sure that I have correct amount, like both the same amounts. Yeah, it might have been even actually too much. I think it's gonna be too much. 100 grams might have been perfect. Oh, nice. Exactly 131. Okay, now mix it, and then I have like half an hour to basically put it down, but don't need that much time. I think that is quite nicely mixed, hopefully. Seems pretty smooth. And I guess I'm just gonna have to pour it in, and hopefully the bait is nice and centered and it does not move anywhere. It was actually pretty well eyeballed. There is a little bit left over, but that's just like 20 or 30 grams. No. So, something, this thing. Don't want to don't want to leave the silicone onto my cutting board. So, seems to have some bubbles, but for that I'm gonna take a knife and just push it down a little bit so the air comes out. Anyway, I think, by the looks of it, the air is coming up by itself. You can see air bubbles forming on top. So all the air that's inside seems to be moving up. Hopefully the bits or the mold is gonna be nice. So I'll be back tomorrow to cut it open and see what's it looking like. Did it come up nice, or do I need to make another one? Hopefully it's good. See you later. Alright, so it's the next day. This is totally set. Let's open it up.
Oh, summer. It sounds good right now after what we just experienced, doesn't it? Grilling out, lawns being mowed, and pools open.
Okay, so the mold didn't come out the best. Like here, this part is very soft because the lure itself moved a little bit to the side. That's okay, that's not the end of it, I think. But the other thing is that I kinda managed to cut it in a bad place, so it wasn't straight from the middle. Yeah, I should have taken a little bit more time doing that. But hopefully it's still gonna be alright. I'm going to tape this down so it doesn't move, and I'm going to make some gelatin stuff, like melt some gelatin, and I'll try to pour it in here and then put it in the fridge to cool down and see if I can get a nice shape out of it. I think I need to still cut it a little bit more so I'm able to get it out nicely later. Yep, by the looks of it, it's in the right place, so just gonna go make some gelatin and pour it in. So I made the gelatin mixed it with water. I made it quite strong, so hopefully it doesn't break when I try to get it out. This is just to test the mold out, if it's any good. Rightio, we are back. This thing has been in the fridge for the last 2 or 3 hours, I think. From the top here, the texture feels pretty good, so let's just open it up and see if it's any good. Please. Oh, looks good. Looks very good. Just gonna take some of this stuff away. Try not to break it. Ugh. Needs to be a bit more steady. Hope I can get the head out without breaking it. There we go. Ta-da! It came out nicely. It broke a little bit here, but look at that. The tail is pretty heavy though. Nice. Also, if it had any color, then it would be even cooler. So this is pure gelatin. So you could basically eat it if you wanted. Blah 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 blah. That's it for today, I think. When I get the stuff that I'm gonna use to make the baits, then I will make the video and try them out on the sea, in the water, and that's it for today. I'll see you next time.